Are you ready? Did you light the candle? Okay, let's start the ritual. Welcome to Intuitively Wild, the podcast. I'm your host, Rachel. This is a space where truth gets its voice back because shame loses its power when we speak to it. Here, we don't skip the hard parts. We sit with them, and we learn to hold ourselves inside them. This podcast is ritual in audio form, a way for us to bring intention and intuition back into our everyday. Let's dig into our roots and go deep. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to a very, very, very special episode. I'm so excited about this. Today I have on the podcast my best friend. Ari and I met in college. We did a pre-orientation service program together. So we met before college even started. She lived in the dorm right below me, and we have been best friends ever since. And Ari has really seen me through all of it, everything. She's been there through all the ups and downs and the transformations and struggles, and she's really been, her and my mom have been the ones to have like a front row seat to my life.
We have a group text.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, her friendship just means everything to me. She flew from Chicago to come to my opening. So we are here. We're going to have Ari on the podcast again to talk more, to do a full episode and talk more about her and her path and go even deeper into our friendship and everything. But today we're focusing more specifically on the opening and Ari's experience there, and also just her perspective on Intuitively Wild and the whole process and all the things. But I think I will still start with the first question that I ask everyone, which is, what is something you wish people knew about you that you don't think many do?
Something that I wish people knew about me that not many do. Well, the reality is I'm a pretty open book.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't have many secrets, but I do think, and this is something that came up yesterday in the opening, is, I think some people would be surprised about the amount of negative self-talk that goes on in my head. I don't actually know if I want that many people to know about that, but it is just the truth.
Yeah.
And that was something that I thought about yesterday while we were journaling and thinking about what we were releasing, and so that did come up. It's interesting because you are such a bubbly person, and I feel like one of your many gifts and talents is you're so encouraging of other people, so supportive of other people, and so positive about other people, and you don't give off the air of like any negativity. Would be directed towards myself.
Yes. I think we can relate on that one. The best is that Ari and I, and Louie, Ari's partner, who also is here, we're all Virgo moons.
We are all Virgo moons.
And it just it worked so well for us.
We felt it in the air yesterday while we were getting ready for people to come.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the opening. Well, I think we should start first with how it all started, because I did my first yoga teacher training the summer before senior year of college, and I started teaching pretty much right away at our college gym and at the local yoga studio that Ari and I went to. So Ari was at all my first classes.
Yes. And I was like one of Rachel's first students, even before you, like in your like attic apartment room.
Yeah, in college I had... Oh my God.
Rachel lived above a bar.
I did. I lived above a bar senior year of college, but it was 2 floors, and luckily, and I had 2 roommates, and they gave me the whole 2nd floor, so I was separate from the bar a little bit more. But I did live above a bar, we did yoga there together.
Yeah, we did.
And
we also did a new moon ceremony, which was like, when we sat down yesterday, and I was like, okay, what's the agenda? What are we doing? And I was like, wait a minute. I've done this before. I did this in 2018.
And it's so funny because I didn't remember that we had done a ceremony like that. It was just the 2 of us in my
with like a bunch of candles
in my college apartment. And
it's the kind of thing where what I'm doing now, I've trained in all aspects of it so deeply, and at the same time, it's like so instinctual to me and so natural and normal.
You were doing it before you got trained in it.
It's true.
Yeah.
And so it's very full circle.
It is.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
Okay, well, I don't know. Do you have any thoughts before we go into yesterday? Because this is, I guess I should preface this also by saying that this is the day after the opening ceremony.
Yes.
So
this happened all yesterday.
It happened all yesterday. I'm very tired, coming down off of like a month's long build
years
up.
long.
Yeah, exactly. So that you can probably hear that in my voice as well. But before we get into yesterday, do you have any other thoughts you want to share about the lead up?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's hear it.
They're so, okay. I think we knew that this is where you were going to land. Like, you always had a dream of a space. And where that was going to be, when that was going to be, what form that took, unknown for a long time. And there was trial and error all over the world. Quite literally.
I quite literally went all over the world.
Which I was like, is this going to happen in the UK? Is this going to happen in North Carolina? Is this going to happen in Hawaii? California? We have no idea where you're going to land. But when I was in the car with your dad yesterday, I was like, this is Rachel being here, upstate New York, near family, near just beautiful. We always knew you were going to end up near beautiful nature, but this is like more of a home base than any of the other places you've tried to cultivate exactly what you're doing now. So it just feels right. And it was so, I mean, now I'm getting into yesterday, but it was so...
Wait, before you say that, let me say something. It's funny that you bring that up because a lot of people have asked me, like, why here? Especially when they hear about all the places I've traveled. They're like, why are you in New York? Or like, how do you choose this specific location? And I mean, there are so many reasons why and so many different pieces that led to this. And at the same time, everything's been intuitively led. Like, I didn't choose this.
Honestly, when she did, I was surprised.
Oh my, absolutely. Everyone was surprised.
Well, okay, actually, maybe I was surprised in the moment, but then when I thought about it more, I said, okay, this makes sense. Because you were like, I think I'm going to go back to New York. And fast forward to 10 years ago when you were like, I'm never ever going back to New York for the rest of my life. And I was like, okay, girl, that's fine. Go somewhere else.
Truly, up until the time I made the decision, I thought if there's one thing I could say for sure, it was that I would never move back to New York. And that actually made the decision to move back really challenging because it was...
You're very stubborn.
I'm very stubborn. And it felt like letting go of an identity of like the traveler, all the things.
This is better.
But when also New York and specifically where I've landed, it just feels right. Like that, and that's all I know. And that's what I live my life by. My intuition, what feels right, like relationships, places, decisions. I'm like, it just feels right, and that's all I know. So that's where we're at with that.
Can we talk about the opening now? Because I have some...
Can.
I feel like the result of you following your intuition and opening up the shop where it's being open is yesterday, which was so wonderful. It was a combination of people from like from college and people who are like family friends and people who helped you open the shop, who you've been building relationships with, and then completely new people who just found Intuitively Wild online and were like, yeah, that's what I need. I'm going to go to there and do the thing. And it was perfect. Like, it was the perfect combination of the people to be in that space. And I'm just so proud of you. It was so beautiful.
I feel like I don't even know what happened. I feel like I blacked out. I think, I mean, what I can say now on the other side of it is like, I do feel like I showed up and did the best I could, and that's all I could do. Great. But I have no idea how it went. Like, I don't really know what happened.
It was awesome. I was there.
Yeah, I do think that I felt like I was definitely nervous. And I got better as time went on. But again, it felt just like, like this is what I'm meant to be doing. Something that I struggle with all the time is what I did yesterday. For me, there are parts of that I do every day.
Yeah.
So it feels so normal. So I'm like, is this even a thing? Like, what?
No, it is. Because I can tell you, I don't think I've done anything like that since your apartment in the attic senior year of college. It's like a part of your everyday routine, but most people, I can say, don't even take this. I was actually thinking about this last night. My background is in social work. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a clinical social worker, but I have been in therapy for a long time. And even like some of the questions that you were asking yesterday and some of the journaling prompts, and even just being in community when looking into yourself like that is not something that is easily replicated, even in like a clinical setting, even in just a place where you go and do yoga. It's really special. There are not a lot of places that cultivate like safe vulnerability like that. And some people are afraid of that, which is so fair. But you did such a good job in creating that space.
Thank you.
It was awesome. And I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm so passionate about is forming that community, because I think for so much of my path has been forming this kind of connection in these practices on my own. And that's been,
part of your journey.
Part of my journey and so important. But what is needed now is doing that in community and being witnessed by others and witnessing others and like having these communities. And this is, something I was saying when I was talking in the group. It's like, I don't want, like, this isn't a community where we all think the same or we're all from the same background or gender or race or culture. Like, this is the community where we can come and be authentic and be vulnerable and be ourselves and be open and talk honestly and like explore different things and try different things and be seen in that. And that is what our world needs. And when we're able to do that in community, that brings us into deeper connection with ourselves, and that ripples out into the rest of our life. And then the nature piece is such a huge part of it for me too.
Yeah.
And bringing in the plant work and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And well, I have seen you do a lot of this work on your own for a long time, and yearning for the community, but it took a lot of work for you to be ready for that, because for a long time there was a lot happening here that you were working on first, and you did it. It's awesome.
And I think that's another part. Like, I think in the past, and still sometimes, have been so hard on myself about not being where I want to be with my business yet because of the journey I had to go through with my mental health and going into treatment and recovery and everything. And what I've realized so deeply is that I couldn't do what I want to do if I didn't have that experience and if I didn't have those moments with myself and had my journey be in that way. Like, that was a part of my training and my preparation to do everything that I want to do now. And truly, I think if I had opened like a day earlier, I wouldn't have been ready.
I mean, the opening date was very intentional, and we've had a lot of conversations where you were like, it's not where I want it to be, it's not where I want it to be, it's not where I want it to be, and I'm like, that makes sense. It's not where you want it to be because there's more to do, which is annoying because working is hard.
Yeah.
But you freaking did it.
Yeah, I did. And I mean, and something also that's in my head is that the opening isn't the end. Like, the opening is the beginning, Yeah. So now it's like, okay, I did kind of break the seal and feel more comfortable moving forward because I finally had this opening ceremony that's been building up, and now it's like, everything else is now, it's just the business is open and all the things are happening, which is simultaneously made the opening less scary, but also, you know, now it's like I can't live in my head every day with anticipation every single day for all the offers, because I just drained myself. So now it's just,
well, now you're doing it. You already did that part.
Yeah. Ideally.
I talked about it on the phone.
Yeah.
Going through the menu and being like, wow, taking you here. You did that part already.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah, I did it. Did you have a favorite part of the opening?
Well, okay, the first thing that comes to mind was just like coming in early and helping you set up was so fun.
So helpful. So helpful.
And also, like, just for some background, I was up here in June when, like, you were picking out the colors for the paint and imagining where everything was going to be, and we like opened up the package on the floor in the living room here with the teacups for the ceremony, and so it was just so fun to walk in and be like, oh my god, the colors they're on the walls,
everything's here, everything's ready.
So just even walking in, like, that first moment was so special and fun. And then the ceremony itself, well, your journaling prompts are always something that have gotten me to think more than I anticipate that they will. Because also in college I was like not resistant. I was open.
You were.
But I was not skeptical.
Right. You went there, but you were like, okay, I guess I'll do it.
Well, okay, yeah. But then it always ended up being something that made me cry.
Yeah.
So even, oh my gosh, it's Theo. He's
Hi,
coming. Is he going to make it into, yeah, there he is.
Yeah, his little face makes it in.
Hi, honey. I love Theo. Hi, baby boy. Oh, he wants on the couch.
No couch.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, we had 10 minutes to do the journaling prompts. I'm like, oh, I could keep going. And then I loved getting to share.
I was partnered with my mom.
Yeah, I love Melissa so much. That was really, really nice and special. And then when you provided the space for people to share what they were letting go and put them into a little cauldron with fire.
I have my custom Intuitively Wild cauldron I put in the center of the circle. And I had the candle lit in the inside of it, and I had every person go up one by one by themselves and state what they were shedding and place it in the cauldron, and then write their intentions on the blackboard next to the altar.
Yeah.
And of course, I gave people the option to pass. They didn't have to do it if they didn't want to. It can be a vulnerable thing. But everyone did it, and everyone was fully in it, and that was probably my favorite part.
Yeah. And also, I think, coming into Intuitively Wild is, this isn't like a required space to be in. So everyone who's coming is opting in.
Yeah.
Which means the space that you're creating is going to have, like, that level of commitment and just, earnest vulnerability that you need to make it successable. So yeah. I think that yesterday was a really perfect example of that, and it was so fun and so special. I keep saying the same thing. I just want to scream it from the rooftops.
It was. Once I was able to just get in the flow and my focus was really just kind of like holding the frequency, holding the energy, and being present. I'm always like trying to come in with a clear mind and open heart and just meeting everyone where they're at. And it's like a combination of being, and this is something, I've learned a lot in this training that I have been in, is just like combination of being so fully present and also so like relaxed and not detached, but like...
Well, I think what you're talking about is kind of like a flow state.
Yeah.
Where like time passes and you're really in it and you're very present, but you don't even notice that the time is passing because you're so focused on what you're doing. It's not being detached. It's just like flow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also, my mantra the few days leading up to it was like, everything is ready, or everything's on time, I am ready, and nothing can go wrong.
Nothing.
I was like, nothing can go wrong. And if it goes wrong, it's what it was supposed to be.
Yeah. It actually didn't go wrong.
Yeah.
Because it was right.
Nothing went wrong. Exactly. You can't go wrong. There is no wrong.
There's no wrong.
So that's what I kept saying to me. Everything is on time, I am ready, and nothing can go wrong.
Perfect.
So, and that's how it was. Okay, before we get into the last question, do you have any other thoughts that you want to share?
Nothing new, just that I'm really proud of you. And you've worked so hard to get here, and the best is yet to come.
Yeah, I'm just so grateful for you. I mean, I could go on about that. I definitely think when we are next together, we will do I really want to go into like friendship, because one thing I will just say is that you want Ari as your friend. Like, she shows up for her people. She is such a good friend, and I consider her my best friend, but like, she has so many people who she shows up for in that way, and it's like, it's something I admire so much. So I think we should do a full friendship episode. But I still forget the last question, the exact wording. So, living intuitively wild means connecting to your true self and living dedicated to who you are at your core, no matter what. How do you feel like you live intuitively wild?
Inviting my friends over for dinner. That's all I want.
Yeah.
And to have everyone who I know and love know each other. Even they don't need to know and love each other, but like, well, they don't need to love each other because I can't really control that, but I want them to know each other. I love knowing the people who are important to my people, because then they're important to me.
Yeah.
And that's like the most important thing to me.
Yeah, for you, it's so much about relationships for you. Yeah, and I love that.
In social work school, two of my friends took a class. I don't even remember which class it was, but there were sort of like different labels or categories for, people's roles in the movement, roles in the revolution, and they were like, Ari, you're a weaver. Like, that's your job. And I said, I received that.
Yeah. Yes, I love that so much. What would mine be?
I need to look at I didn't take the class.
Okay,
I need to look at that. Okay. I feel like if I look through my text messages, I think one of my friends sent it recently.
Okay, we'll look at it.
Yeah, we'll look at it.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here. I love you so much. And we will have you on again. Thank you, everyone. And I hope to see you all at Intuitively Wild soon in ceremony, ritual, for tea.
Go to there.
Yeah.
It's so good. Just go to there to sit. Hang out with Rachel.
It is a special place. I do feel like I can say that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Intuitively Wild, the podcast. I hope it helped deepen your connection to yourself, sparked some insights, and inspired you to live intuitively wild. If you enjoyed this podcast, it would mean so much to me if you would share it with others and leave a rating and review. And please reach out to me. I would love to connect with you. I will see you next time for more magic.